Hello and welcome. If you are watching this right now on replay, it's going to seem a little boring for a few minutes because the stream doesn't actually start for about 4 minutes. But I want to kick it off in case anyone tried to log in early. So what we're going to be doing tonight is going over some homework, some finding of slope from a graph from 2 points, and answer any questions that anybody has. Apparently I didn't deactivate the waiting room. Welcome. You're first. I was just talking to the YouTube people that are going to watch this later saying, hey, the first few minutes can be a little boring because we're going to wait for people to log in. I'm going to refer to everybody as chat, so I'm not calling anyone out by name. Everyone is muted upon entry, so if they want to speak, they're going to have to unmute themselves, but they can chat to me anytime. Asking someone in chat they'd rather see slope from 2 points or slope from a graph first. Two points it is. All right, well, we're going to get rolling then. Okay, so let's start with the whiteboard and then we'll move into some problems. Okay, so it's bugged. Hang on one second. For some reason, the first time I share a whiteboard, it doesn't want to interact correctly. So let's see if it works this time. It's better. Okay. Okay, moving my screen around just a little bit. Okay, when we're talking about the slope from 2 points, what we're getting at is that there's going to be a start and end. Always. And there will be a line that goes between them. So what we want to do is we want to figure out the slope of that line. But what if they don't give us a picture? We're not going to be able to count it. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to take the x value from our first coordinate and the y value from our first coordinate, and we're going to take the x value from our first coordinate and the y, I'm sorry, that's our second, back that up. Silly math teacher. The x value from our second coordinate and the y value from our second coordinate, and we're just going to find their differences because that's what slope is. Slope, otherwise known as m in the equation, is going to be the difference, that's subtraction, the difference from their ending y value and the beginning y value over the ending x value and the beginning x value. So this is the formula we're going to use for all the problems we're doing slope from 2 points. Okay, so we're going to save this right here. This is pretty important. This right here, right there. That equation is going to be used on every single problem I do, so strap in. Okay, let's look at an actual problem. Okay. Sorry, shuffling my screen around just a bit. Okay, that way I've got chat on screen. Okay. So let's talk lessons. Doesn't matter which con class I grab, to be honest. All right, slopes from 2 points, very end. Here we go. Chat, please feel free to chime in at any time when you think you know the answer. So if you have a piece of paper, I know it's multiple choice, but I'm not really going to bother looking at them. So if I'm even using the Khan Academy tools, so here are my coordinates. So I just go ahead and I just make the first one coordinate 1 and the second one in the coordinate 2, which means that this is going to be x1, this is going to be y1, this is going to be x2, and this is going to be y2. So, step 1, write the formula. The slope equals the change in y, that is y2 minus y1 over divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, now we're going to substitute these values in. So our slope is now going to be, all right, so what's y2? Apparently y2 for us is 9, so I'll write a 9 here. Minus, okay, what is y1? It's a negative 7, so because it's a negative value, I'm going to have to nest it into some parentheses. We'll deal with that later, but right now we're just substituting. So I've got y2, which is 9, minus y1, which is negative 7. Okay, check on that. So let's see. Next, x2, which is 3, bada bing, minus, let's see, x1 is a negative 1, so we have to nest that in the parentheses. So 9 minus negative 7, 3 minus negative 1. Okay, we're all set up to solve. Last step is actually doing the maths. So now this is an interesting sidebar, a little digression here. Anytime you subtract, anytime, hold on, let me write. It thinks I'm trying to select an answer when I'm just trying to write on the whiteboard. Okay, I think there's some room up here. So anytime you are subtracting a negative value, anytime you're subtracting a negative value, think of it this way. The negative symbol is a symbol of opposites. So what's the opposite of subtracting anything? Adding that thing. So what is the opposite of subtracting 7? Adding 7. Now the quick way to do this is to just make this a plus sign and make this a plus sign. That's what I do on my scrap paper. That is only allowed, class. That is only allowed when you're subtracting a negative number. You don't just get to go making things in a plus because you think it's easier. No, no, no. The opposite of subtracting 7 is adding 7. So 9 plus 7 is 16. The opposite of subtracting 1 is adding 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4. I'm noticing by looking at my multiple choice that 16 over 4 isn't there, but actually it is, because 16 over 4, if you simplify, divide them both by 4, you will get 4 over 4 divided by 4 is 1, and anything over itself is equal to itself. So I mean, anything over 1 is equal to itself. So 4 divided by 1 is equal to 4. So that's what I'm actually looking for. B. So I hope that made sense. We're gonna do some more here though, so you guys can practice. The key to getting good at these is just practice, 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 practice. So the person that asked me in chat, I'm gonna ask you to try this one, and everyone at home, I want you to try this one. If you're watching this on YouTube, what you should do right now is pause right now, try this, and as soon as you get to a point where you don't know what to do, unpause it, and then see what you get. So I'm gonna wait just a minute and give you guys a head start. I'm about to start working, so if you haven't paused it to work, do it now. Chat, you've had a big enough head start. So here we go. Step 1. Step 2. Step 3. Your answer would definitely be. Oh wait, it might be that. Just hang on, chat. I haven't figured it out yet, so bear with me. Okay, step 3. Y2 is -9 minus Y1, which is 6. X2 is -6 minus X1, which is -9. All right, let's see. I always double check before I actually do the math. So -9 minus 6. Yep. -6 minus a -9. Yep. Okay, well, this would be -9 minus 6 would be -15. Opposite of subtraction, so -6 plus 9. 3, right? Yeah, if I'm at -6 and I come up 9, I should be at 3. True. And -15 divided by 3 is -5. Bada bing, it's D. So chat, yeah, you had it right. Don't second guess yourself. You had it. All right, let's try another one. All right, I'm gonna give you a quick head start. I heard the oven beeping in the other room, and the 12-year-old was in charge of making sure stuff didn't burn. So I'm gonna go check on that. Be right back. Maybe I should unmute myself before I start talking. Okay, you think you know it. Okay, well, we're going to find out. Here we go. Step 1, write down the formula. Step 2, let's mark them up. That's going to be x1, that's going to be y1, that's going to be x2, and that's going to be y2. Okay. Step 3, let's plug them in. So y2 is 3, so it'll be 3 minus y1, which is a -2, so I'm going to nest that. So 3 minus -2, x2 is 9, x1 is 2. Last step. The opposite of subtraction is addition. So 3 plus 2 would be 5. And then 9 minus 2 is 7, so 5/7. Bada bing. Yeah, you nailed it. Great job. You're very good at this. Okay. Chad, do you want to see any more of these, or do you want to move on to from a graph? Yeah, let's move on. That feels good. Okay. So slope from a graph. Okay. Here we go. So this, the first thing I want to do is pick out 2 spots. So here's the trap. For all of you watching at home, please zoom in if you need to. See, like, this corner is a trap because the blue line doesn't actually go through a perfect integer coordinate. It doesn't go through the gray crisscross, so that is no bueno. We can't use that one. This one's good. I can use that one. And I can use this one. And I can use this one. So any of these we find. I really just need 2, but I feel like marking some more. Okay, so then I would draw a triangle. So I just want to draw a right triangle. It goes directly up and over to these 2 points, like this. So now, next step, I'm going to count. That's 1 unit up, that's 2 units up, that's 3 units up. Okay, so my change in y, delta y, that's the capital delta in the Greek alphabet. So delta y, the change in y, the up and down change is 3. The change in x, which is the overchange, is 1, 2, 3, and we're counting these squares. 4. That's 4 units over. So the change in x is 4. So the slope is 3/4. Boom. Yes, you got it. You are a master of slope. For anyone curious what would happen if we use the other dot, well, if we had started down here, that's a bad choice of color. Let's do this. If we started down here, we want to go all the way up to here. Here's what that triangle would have been. And you'll notice that'd be up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the change of y would have been 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares over. And what do you know? They're the same thing. They're equivalent fractions because there's a scale factor between them, because 3 times 2 is 6 and 4 times 2 is 8. So they are both correct. They will both count probably. We can test it. I'll type in the 6/8, and that's not simplified. Let's see what it says. Oh, okay. So this is what Khan does when it wants you to simplify. It'll say you're almost there, but it must be simplified. Okay, so let's try the other one. Let's try 3/4. Yeah, so it took it. Cool. Cool. Hooray! I got 120 points. Hang on. I can try it again though. Slope from a graph. Going again. We might be done pretty early here tonight, unless someone logs in and fires off some more questions. So let's see. First, we need 2 points. This one looks good. This one looks good. This one looks good, and maybe even over here, but I'll stick with these. So I want everyone to notice the first thing, everyone watching, everybody, the first thing you should notice is that this thing is going in a downward. This is a negative. Whatever you decide the slope is, you better know that it's a negative. It is going down compared to a horizontal line. So let's see. It goes down 1, 1, 2, 3, and over 3. So the change in y, it goes down 1, and the change in x, it goes over 3. So the slope is negative 1/3. Yes, chat, you nailed it. Pretty sweet. So we type that in as a minus symbol. 1/3, negative 1/3. Took it. Sweet. This one, see now, this one's the opposite. Since this one is going up to the right, that means it's going to be a positive slope. So let's see how positive. So I use this spot right here, this spot right here. So then I can draw a triangle in between them. That's 1 unit up, that's 2 units up, so 2. So the change in y, the up and down change, is 2. Let's see what the change in x is. The change in x is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the sideways change is 4, and that's going to simplify. You nailed it. I was just getting ready. I was ramping up, getting ready to tell chat. Now make sure you simplify, but you've already done it. 2 and 4 can both be divided by 2. So what you end up with is 1/2. Ta-da. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh yeah, maybe I should type it in and get credit. So 1/2. Nice. Okay, so immediately, as soon as I see this, I know my answer is going to be negative. I know it's going to be negative. So I got a spot here, a spot here. There are other spots, but you know what? These are the two I'm just going to pick, which is fine. I might need to simplify at the end, but that's fine. So I go down 2, which is negative. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 units over. So the slope, the change in y, over the change in x, that's the fraction, that's the slope, that's the rate. Let's see, change y, it went down 2 and went over 4. Now that's not simplified because 2 and 4 are both even numbers. So really quickly, I can divide both by 2 to get the equivalent fraction. Negative 2 divided by 2 would be negative 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So it should be negative 1/2. Down 1/2, down 1/2, down 1/2. Negative 1/2. Oh, love feeling smart. Okay. Unless someone in chat or someone logs in or there's a bolt of lightning that makes me think I need to do another one, this might be our last problem for the evening. Just maybe. Same procedures. Okay, so here's a trap. This one looks like it's good, but if you zoom in, you'll notice that it misses the corner just by a bit. So I can't use that one. I can use this one. This one's good. And then this one's good. Ooh, this one's a little tricky. Like this spot right here looked really good, but it's just barely missing the corner. So I can't use that one. I can use these two. I know immediately because the way this is pointing that this is going to be a negative slope. Question is how much negative. So this goes down 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna count this just to make sure, but I think the change in x is 5 and the change in y is negative 4. Let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Okay, yep. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So -4 is the change in y, and 5 is the change in x. -4/5. Sweet. Okay. Well, single person in chat, do you have any questions about anything else? I don't even care if it's another subject. You need help with your history, your science, your language? Throw it at me. I'm here. Well, I guess that about does it. I'm going to check Classroom real quick and just see if there's anything else I posted you might have darn questions about. Let's see. What else is due this week? This week's gone by super fast. Okay. The iReady comprehension check. Yeah. Then your iReady, there's an iReady lesson to be done. The textbook pages would just help you through this stuff that I'm already going over. So I guess, I wonder if I can even look at the iReady comprehension check. Person in chat, have you already done your comprehension check by chance? Sorry, everybody. My 5-year-old bumped her foot. She's okay, though. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Assessment, teach, assessment, and comprehension checks. I'm not sure if it'll let me look at it or not. Well, here it is. Here's the assignment. Here's the people it's been assigned to. Aha, there's the preview. Okay. So I guess I can give you a little preview. So anyone that was diligent enough to show up tonight or to watch us on YouTube, this is the comprehension check. It's 5 questions. It's a quiz. What's this first one say? What is the slope of the line? Aha, so you have the graph, and you need to type in the slope of the line. Looks really familiar, almost like something we've been doing on screen here for a second. So I don't know, maybe if I were you, maybe I would look at this graph and I'd say, this, you can use this spot, and this spot, and this spot. I don't know. Those might be good spots to use, just maybe to count it up. Of course, the one thing you do want to be mindful of, if you notice that these numbers, the axes, they are not 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s. So be very careful when you're doing this, that you're actually using the numbers they give you on the axis. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, interesting. Question about the graph itself. Oh, this is an interesting one because you have all these different drop downs that you have to choose correctly. How can Allison show the slope is constant, and what is a constant slope shows, and what the constant slope shows in this situation? Alice can draw. Ooh, interesting. Alice can draw either a horizontal or vertical segments from any 2 points on the x-axis to form. Oh, that's tricky. Okay. Yeah, some of this verbiage I didn't use, so man, I wonder if I should give you guys a little hint. Let's see. The constant slope shows the cost and rent. Same. Oh, interesting. Okay. So let's see if I can unpack this. And this is only a bonus for anyone who's actually watching this, so kudos. So choose one option from each drop-down menu to answer the question. Okay. How can Allison show the slope is constant, and what is the constant slope, and what the constant slope shows in this situation? Okay. Allison can draw blank segments from any 2 points on the line to the x-axis. Okay, well, if we're drawing from the line to the x-axis, they're going to have to be vertical. Yes, you may. Okay. Hey, use the table right here. Okay, so vertical line segments for any 2 points to the x-axis to form. It's going to be similar. They're not going to be congruent triangles. So like what it's saying is I can choose a point like here. If I drop it down, I make a triangle. Wow, that was bad. I can actually draw lines with this thing. 1 second. So there, and hold on, I gotta squint because one of these almost looks like it makes a corner, but it doesn't. Huh, that's like the only really good one. So I hope it doesn't ask me to draw another one. Yep, I'm just squinting to see. Nope, it doesn't have any perfect corners, so I guess I'm just gonna end up using the origin. Okay, so they'd be similar triangles. The blank change. Okay, so this is talking about the formula right here. So like this part right here, it's talking about the change. So remember, that's the change in y over the change in x. That's the slope. So that's what I'm thinking as I read this. The blank change divided by the blank change. Okay, so that's the vertical change divided by the horizontal change. Okay, so that's change in y over change in x. For any point on the line is the same, so the slope of the line is constant. Okay. Okay. The constant slope shows that the cost in rental, the constant slope shows that the cost to rent an instrument is the same each month that as the number of months. Allison rents, I think it's each month that. The constant slope shows the cost to rent an instrument is the same each month Allison rents the instrument. What would it sound like? The constant slope shows the cost to rent an instrument is the same as the number of months Allison. Yeah, I'm not sure that one sounds like English. Is the same as the number of months. The cost, again, and I hope you guys do this too. When I take tests, I reread things over and over again because I love getting hundreds, and I don't get 100 if I only read it once. The constant slope shows that the cost to rent an instrument is the same as the number of months Allison rents the instrument. Well, that would mean the cost would be like, if she rents it for 6 months, it'd be $6. I think it's the same each month. Anyway. Snyder? My 5-year-old wants to spell her teacher's name. Here, can you give me a pencil? Okay. I think.
That's how you spell Snyder?
It's one of these two. Hang on, I can look at it. I can look it up. You want to go get your blue folder? That might have it on there. Single dad life. Anyway, so if you're watching, here's a little tippy tip on your quiz. So they are the things I think are fair for me to point out are that you're creating similar triangles.
Look, it just says my name.
Let me see.
See, it just says my name.
Anyway, so let's take a look at the other questions.
Blaire.
Does it not have a name in here anywhere?
Snyder.
Pardon me, I know this is compelling. Oh yeah, you think so. Let's see.
L.
What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh, they're doing a popsicle day.
Again.
October 2nd, is that tomorrow?
Yes.
It is tomorrow. What do you think, chat? Should someone who's had 9 smiley faces in a row get to get a popsicle at school? I don't know. Claire, they say yes, you should. I don't know. Chat, does anyone else think that she should clean her room before she goes to bed? Oh no, I get nothing. Okay. So let me look at the other problem and see if there's anything I'd like to help you out with. True or false? Ooh, I like these questions. Determine whether each statement is true or false. So there's a bunch in there. Okay, I don't think I'm going to help you guys with this one because I think that's a good thinking problem that I've equipped you enough to get you there. You just have to think about those really carefully. Okay, this is what I meant by similar triangles. Like, it's doing the slope twice. Use the similar triangles to explain the relationship between BC and EF. Okay, so drag a response to each. Oh, cool. You get to drag these. Oh, that's an interesting interaction. Okay, so the slope of BC equals blank. The slope of BC equals blank. And the slope of BEF equals blank. Okay, hang on. Okay, so they're getting all abstract on this. So if we were to get the slope from B to C, here's B and here's C, okay? So we would need
Daddy?
the length of the length from BA, that'd be down like this. So that's BA. Line segment BA, that's the change in Y over, because that's the change in Y.
Daddy?
Yes, sir.
How'd you... Hold on.
Claire, I'm teaching. Can it wait a minute?
Hold on.
I can't hold on. My class is holding on.
So,
I love you. Go sit down. I'll help you in just a minute, or you can ask Will for help.
mostly, what's 20 plus 20?
What's 20 plus what?
20.
Sorry, it's a math question. I got to answer that. 20 plus 20 is 40.
Okay.
Oh. chat's answering the question. Okay, so either you thought I didn't know the answer to 20 plus 20 and you felt compelled to type it in, shame on you, or you thought that she could read the chat way over there, in which case, thanks. Okay, so change x. So the change x would be from A to C. The slope of BC equals the thing that makes me pause on that is that it would have to be negative as well. And they didn't say negative. But E to F, the slope will be the same. Let's see. BC. BA, is BA over AC an option? AB over AC. Well, there's that. Okay, so that might go there, maybe? AB over AC. And slope of EF equals. Okay, so we would need. So ED and DF. So I guess that'd be DE and DF there. I don't like it because I wish it would say negative, but what can you do? Since triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF, that means they've got the same proportions, even though they're not the exact same size. That's what similar means. And BC and EF both lie in line T. This is just a proof of slope. The slope of BC is blank. They would be equal to each other. Okay, so there's your bonus for sticking it out and watching the whole video. I just helped you with 2 of your questions on your quiz. I'm not helping you with the other 3. That's on you. Okay, so thanks for hanging out for a little while. It's been about 37 minutes, plus we started a little early, so almost 40. No problem. I'm really proud of you. For those of you watching this, that really shows you care. And for everyone that watched this on YouTube, I know you care and you just couldn't make it here for the live show, but it shows even more you care because you watched it on replay and skipped ahead to get your quiz answers. All right. Those of you that I'll see tomorrow before early dismissal, I'll see you later. And for those of you that I won't see until next who's know what day, take care of yourself, take care of your families. Every morning, make your bed. Every good day starts with a made bed. I'll see you guys next time.